Alright, yeah. Backpack Hero. The stream that I always wanted to do to begin with anyway. Yay! Oh, I hate it. I hate it. You know, I cooked my last PC, and that's why I'm struggling so much. Like, I really cooked that last PC. The hard drive itself failed. Then again, I had it for like 8 years, so pretty good quality. Yeah, Lenovo did that back in the day before it was all Chinese spyware. Okay, so today we're gonna be playing Backpack Hero, as intended. We're gonna do a run here. I think we're just gonna do a normal run. And look at this, it's even Cthulhu elements. We got a Cthulhu mouse, yeah? Yeah, it's still Cthulhu. Our frames are still 30. I really think that what the problem is these indie games are poorly optimized, and most of them are running on the Unity engine. And you know what? So is my PNGtuber avatar. Like, my PNGtuber avatar here is running on the Unity engine, so 2 Unity engines going up at the same time. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Still gonna use that catchphrase. Think we're just gonna do a normal run. Classic Matthew. I got my box set up here with my mic on my 3rd box. Yeah, we're just gonna have a normal day. And I'll tell you what, I've had one interesting... What is this thing? I have never seen this thing before. What? Hachimaki. If this is not in the top row, item is disabled. It's a helmet, it adds 2 block, and on scratch it adds 2 block. I could see that maybe being potentially useful. I don't like how it looks like a squished... How do I say this nicely? A squished gamete cell? Yeah, it looks like a squished gamete cell. I definitely don't look like... I don't like that. So I've had one interesting day, right? I woke up early so I could go out and I could touch grass. It was one of those days that I had to go out and touch grass. Well, maybe I didn't have to, but I wanted to, right? You see, wild grapes are in season, and I felt the need, the powerful need, to go out and harvest some wild grapes. That would have been one of the... it's fine. So I went out, I harvested some wild grapes, right? Except all of the birds had gotten to the wild grapes, which made my life pretty difficult. I was hiking up on the mountains. Common. Seeing as we're not doing a challenge run, we can use whatever we want. I don't have to hold back. I can take whatever I want. And I will. I will take exactly what I want. Yeah, I was hiking up on the mountains. It was probably 85, 90 degrees out. Humidity was 100%. We've had a huge thunderstorm moving through lately. Not ideal, if I'm being honest. Robber Raccoon. We have 5 gold. Do we want to take a hit? We really don't want to take a hit. I don't know. Math. Can you math? 8 times 3 is 24. We could kill it. But we should aim for this guy first. Yeah, okay. That's how we're gonna play that. So I was hiking up on this mountainside looking for wild grapes. And I actually found some. But they're really tiny. Like, they're the size of peas. And I know what you're thinking. How do you know they're wild grapes and they're not something like moonseed? We've been over this. Gourmand headgear. I haven't seen this item yet either. I think there have been a couple updates to the mod packs. Consumables in this column get plus 3 HP. Huh. Well, we can do something about that. I've not seen this one either. On use deals 6 damage when your turn ends. Okay, so that's just free damage. Fantastic. So I got these pea-sized wild grapes, right? And I know they're not moonseed, which is the only other thing that looks like wild grapes around here. Living rock. I could absolutely get that. I don't think we want it. They're very hard, but I have not seen this item either. Gordian. Yeah, we'll take it. Soft serve, I've not seen that. Boomerang. Actually, we'll take the flowers. Am I ever going to tell the story about the grapes? No. No. I've been waiting for those grapes to ripen for probably 2 months now. We're gonna pray for this poor possum. Technically, that's not a possum. That is an opossum. The possum is a marsupial that lives in South America, as opposed to the opossum that lives in North America. It has nothing to do with grapes. Opossums eat ticks. So, about those grapes. I've been waiting for 2 months since the blackberry foraging to see if I could get myself some wild grapes, and I actually did get a few. That's new too. 2 spaces away, get 6 damage. That's just a straight upgrade to other legendary items. Spin. We even have another legendary gem right there. Garbage. I do not want a barrel. But these grapes have been picked over by birds, lanternflies, you name it. Cleaver pack. I can't imagine we're going to get anything worse than our starting wooden shield, so we're gonna go with the cleaver pack. Yeah, you can see the game I'm playing, right, Cam? Yeah, you can see it in all of its framey goodness. It looks like we're getting a solid 30 frames, right? I'm not seeing any problems here. Back to those grapes. I have been looking for those grapes since the blackberry and black raspberry foraging. I've been looking forward to them, but they never grew any bigger than the size of a pea. And the clusters themselves are all bird-bitten. They're all garbage, really. I can't do a thing with them. I was wrong. We did get something worse than our starting wooden sword. And Cam's gone. That's okay, Cam. And the item is still bugged. Thanks, mod pack. Love you too, mod pack. Okay. Well, not much we can do about that now. So, these wild grapes... Scratch will actually add. Okay. Those wild grapes were infested with lanternflies. Like, we don't even have wild lanternflies around here. Those are an invasive species, right? So I shouldn't have had to deal with them. But I did. And they're gross little things. Typically I like arthropods. But not those ones. Not those ones at all. Makeshift shield. Yeah, makeshift shield. Shot put ball. You're not gone, Cam? Well, I'll tell you what. My YouTube chat's being buggy then, because it doesn't say you're in there. I'll tell you what, Cam. You don't have to be here. Don't pity me. Don't pity me at all, Cam. I'm perfectly fine. I'm happy. You know, I'm happy that my game couldn't be played because of stupid frame rate issues. By the way, Cam, I was watching all of your clips, and they're much better than mine, first of all. I will say that, with all certainty. They are much better than mine. But I couldn't help but notice, you're really killing yourself on the algorithm there, buddy. Like, YouTube will penalize you if you put out more than one clip per hour. I think it does it more than one video per hour. Have confidence. Confidence? Have confidence. No, it's not about confidence. I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, right? Magic boomerang. I've never seen that one before either. And I know when someone's better than me. And you are very much a better streamer than me. You have better clips than me. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Absolutely, we're gonna take that crisis ring. But yeah, you're killing yourself by posting too many clips within an hour period. That's where you're going wrong, buddy. I learned that the hard way. Like, I had to delete one of my shorts just because of that same problem. And it's a shame, really, because YouTube's algorithm will just screw you over for no reason like that. Oh, no worries at all. No worries at all. I didn't know either. That's great, isn't it? Like, you have to learn these things on the fly. Why is it like that? I have no idea. YouTube just likes doing it. They'll screw you over if you're not careful. Oh, it's not that you're busted. No, you just don't have a filter. There's very much a difference between being busted and not having a filter, right? And not having a filter is a huge strength as a streamer. You can say all of the entertaining things that come to your mind, right? Whereas someone who's more calm, or let's say more reserved, yeah? Someone who's more reserved has a filter. They won't say what comes to their mind, and it's not as great content. That's pretty much all there is to it. Projectiles. Actually, we're gonna take the power potion. Yeah. You have a little filter. It's a very little filter if you have one. I don't know. Maybe you felt some nerves? Like, I got the distinct impression that you're a better streamer than what you've shown so far. Which is saying something, because you've shown some good streaming capabilities. And that makes me think, what's going on with you, Cam? Is it a matter of you being nervous? I really think it is. I can't think of anything else that it would be. You've got to be nervous, right? Oh, there's a place for everything, Cam. There's a place for everything. I just mean to say... we could have probably killed him. I didn't look for lethal. There are all these elements to your stream that makes it overall better than my stream or my... I've never seen an oily wand. Don't cry. Don't cry. You'll make me feel bad if you cry. But tell me what, Cam, have you ever seen an oily wand? You seem like the type who's probably seen an oily wand or two. By 20%. We actually have a synergy there with hot coals. I think we'll take that. Remember to shower so your wand doesn't get oily. Yeah? It isn't anything that you're doing, Cam. Like, you're doing fine as a streamer. I just get the distinct impression that you're nervous, that you're lowering your filter because you're nervous about the dead air. You get what I'm saying? It's not anything that you're necessarily doing so much as it is everything is a total package. Ah, that was a waste. Okay, well, we're gonna have to use our shield up here. But that's fine, they're dead. Yeah, oiled wand. That's a rare. We could probably sell that. Ah, he's gonna be dead anyway. Like, if you look at someone who's in the element, right? They don't mind the silence. And I don't think you actually mind the silence so much, but you want to be entertaining. I know the feeling. You want to be entertaining. Ouch. Yeah, dead air isn't great, but look at the advice you're taking and considering who you're taking it from, Cam. No one knows what we're doing here. We're all stumbling into either success or failure, right? It's not so much a science as it is an art, which is funny considering that science means art. Ah, we're gonna take some damage. I think dead air is fine. Don't worry so much. I think you're going to improve your stream significantly if you take a moment and appreciate the power of silence. Just a moment. It doesn't have to be long. I really like this. Yeah, I like this minute hand. It's a nice item. We're not using that very much, but that's fine. We'll get there. Synergy with our hot coals and oiled wand. But I think we'll pass on that for now. Ah! You applied to your corpo, huh? I was thinking about it. I think you have a good shot, Cam. I really do. This event here, if you've never played the game, is a newbie killer. We'll see if we can get that later, but not right now. Not at all. Extra block, always nice. I think you're gonna do fine with your application. I don't know if they're gonna... I don't know what they're gonna look for, right? I've never applied. I don't know if you have. I think you're gonna have a tough sell just because you're just starting out. But I think your clips are a very strong Geta. Nice. I haven't seen that item before either. Very similar to other shoes. But I guess we could put the synergy to the oily wand if we wanted to. Whiz bang. No. Warm soup. No. Fish sword, always a nice option. Yeah, I could see you being the type that really benefits, not requires, but benefits from having someone to bounce your talk off of. And I think that's a strong suit for a streamer, like especially if you're going corpo. If you're going for a corporation, oh perfect, we can sell that. If you're going for a corporation, I think it would be ideal to have someone who can bounce well off of other people, don't you? I mean, that's all collaborations are, right? talking to other people, talking with other people. If you can't do that, I mean, that's 90% of the job that you can't do, right? The fact that you can entertain people in such... How do I want to say this nicely? It isn't that it's bad. I just think it's very... over the top. Exaggerate. You know what I mean? It's not bad, it's just over the top. Like, larger than life. Yeah, larger than life's perfect. Wow. Steel Shodel. I could actually see that working a lot better than this stupid Stars Cleaver. Yeah, larger than life people, I think they make better characters. Do I have the potential to kill these? 9 damage, 9 damage. 6 damage times 3, 18, 18, 36. No, we do not have them. No, we're just gonna take the max HP. Yeah, that's fine. Do we have anything we want to actually upgrade? Maybe the Fang? Let's check what the Forge has. I don't know. I'll tell you what, Cam. You and I have a conversation going on in our Twitter DMs, right? Yeah, we do. You don't have to feel obligated to ever read that conversation, okay? Okay. I want to make sure of that. If you ever have any questions about what I've learned about V-shorting, as I like to call it, I will answer it. You just put another question out there. That's all it'll take. Yeah, okay. You don't have to answer the question, or yeah, reply to my response. Yeah, okay. Full disclosure, the Germa E Vinny comment was me. And I'm sure a lot of people will say, no, you did that, I did that. No, I did that. And that might be part of the reason why you and I actually get along so well. I think we have very similar interests. If you look up Hydeman11, like I'm getting way back now. You look up Hydeman11 on the Vine Buru, you'll find me, Hyde. And, Germa? Well, I think you can tell by my game interests. You look at some of my earlier videos, you'll see a bunch of TF2 videos. Yeah, Germa versus Star, everyone wants to see this happen. So, yeah, I think we get along pretty well just because we have similar interests and we're in... I don't want to out you here, but we're probably in similar age groups. I'll say that much. Defender Idol. 3 damage to enemy. Shields get. If a weapon is present, minus 100 damage. That just seems awful. That seems awful. That seems awful. All of these are awful. We're gonna take the one that duplicates items here, because that at least helps with mana stones. Extra HP. Oh, please do not say my... Oh, no. My drawings are not great. My drawings are, from a more insane era. Yeah, Hyde has, really calmed down lately. No mallows going around. I've probably seen... I used to watch Vinny religiously, right? Back when he was streaming pretty much every day before his break, before all that drama. But, yeah. Yeah, I started drawing for Vine Buru, oh, I don't know, around the Twilight Princess streams. I really enjoyed Vinny's streams, right? I think you do too, or else you wouldn't be... It's not that you're copying him, but you definitely have the mannerisms. And that might just be because of where you're from, Mr. Schmear and Locks. You really shouldn't have put that out as a clip. I was thinking about warning you not to put that as a clip, because you don't want the people who like Schmears and Locks as your enemies, Cam. You really don't. And you can take that however you want. You know, I have no idea what you're trying to say, Cam. No idea at all. But I appreciate it. I do. I really just wanted to make people smile, you know? Because that's what Vinny's streams did for me. I was in a really, I don't want to say dark place, but I wasn't in a good place. I was very overworked at the time, you know? Why wouldn't I add this item? This item is fantastic. Ring of Growth prevents poison damage, essentially. That's just a fantastic item. I'll absolutely take that. Bellows. You really want me to have a burn build here, I guess. I don't know if I want a burn build. It's a common item. I could increase by 50%, and then increase by 50%, and then duplicate by 50%, then increase by 20%. And that's a boomerang, which is a ridiculous item. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm not saying that you're consciously copying him. I'm just saying that, yeah, you're very, very New York. You know, you're walking there. And I gotta think to myself, maybe you got some similarities there, you know? That's pretty bad, isn't it? I'm not a New Yorker, please don't sue. But, yeah. I could definitely see the similarities there. Just because Vinny himself is a pretty calm individual with moments with, extreme energy. He has bouts of insanity, very much like your own. And that's not a bad thing, mind you. It's just, in fact, it's probably entertaining for a lot of people. He's not gonna die. And we're gonna take damage if we hit him again, so that's it. But I could definitely see being influenced by our peers, right? Common item, common item, common item. I think we want another one of these. We're gonna get rid of, one of these shiny rocks. Yeah. A bunny hood. Now that reminds me, a half bunny. This item is not in the top row. Each combat adds 2 haste to the self. Well, that's just a fantastic item. We can get rid of this Gourmand helmet. Guide to Magical Botany. Adds 3 mana to connected mana network. At the cost of 1 energy, not gonna happen. Chewing gum. Empty space. This item gets +3 haste on use. 0 cost and 4 haste. Ah, it's destroyed. Double Shiv. 25% to bonus damage. This is just a stupid item. I love it. Yeah, we're gonna take that. That stupid item. You know what? We don't actually need the Crisis Ring because we have the Ring of Growth. And all we want a ring for, unless we have some kind of item like the Lizard Sword, which reduces the cost of items on use All we wanted is for the regeneration on the forge anyway. And I think we're good there. You know, the thing about regional streamers, and I say this a lot about people in general, and you can take it with a grain of salt, because what do I know? I'm just some guy on the internet pretending to be Edward Hyde, right? This didn't used to be rare. But, the way I see it, people who are more similar than not, and that could be any kind of similarities, right? It could be you're from the same region. I've never seen that item before. It could be that you're the same age. It could be that you went to, I don't know, the same college. But people who are more similar than not tend to get along better than those who are less similar, you know? And that's just about experience, right? Absolutely, we'll take that living brick. Let's see here. Our coral didn't proc on that last fight, did it? That's a shame. Battle necklace. Oh, absolutely, that's fantastic. Rage is fantastic in this game. But yeah, the self is pretty much made of experiences, right? The self is your experiences of the now, and the derivatives of your experiences that were the were. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes sense. So, when you think about how your self resonates with anyone else in this world, it all pretty much comes down to... Oh, Burn's great. We have Burn synergy. It all pretty much comes down to how similar your self is to anyone else's self. You know what I mean? And I see you as pretty similar to Vinny with Germa's energy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, don't inflate my ego too much now. It's been a long time since... I don't want to dox myself. Scorched Book. They really want me to go for a burn build here. I really don't want to. I don't want to go for a burn build. Don't make me. Don't make me burn. Yeah, okay. That floor's done. But yeah, don't inflate my ego too much. It's been a long time since I've gotten out of that life. I've done a lot of, stuff since then. So, academically, yeah, I'd rather not talk about it. Just old man Hyde here, you know, doing his thing. However much things he can do. Oh, that's a shame. I messed that up. I can't use my oily wand. What's the purpose of having an oily wand if you can't use it? You know? Like... That's just stupid. So very stupid. Stupid mistake, bad order. Scratch so I can get some block on this. I still don't have a shield. You know, that's kind of ridiculous. I haven't found a shield yet. Not a common item. Is that common? Yeah, that's common. Eerie Ornament. We got a Bill Cipher statue here. You can't fix me, Cam. You can't fix me. Nothing's broken. Well, nothing is, shall we say, officially broken. Like, have you ever been to a doctor and they say something's wrong? Yeah, I just don't go to doctors. That way nothing's ever wrong, right? You understand what I'm saying there? If you never go to a doctor, nothing can ever be wrong. Yeah, it's simple. Simple logic. Item gets too slow. Slow only decreases the amount of block that enemies get. So that's not actually very good. This would be okay with our scratch build if we're going for the Hachimaki. Cam, you speak some Japanese, right? Does Hachimaki mean anything? Or is it just some kind of spermatozoa creature? A good time, huh? I'll tell you what. Just for you, I think I'll do it. Okay? Just for you, we're gonna have a good time here. I don't speak any Japanese, which is another strong suit for you with your little application that you put in. I didn't forget about that, by the way. It's just my brain doesn't do too well with multitasking. It's very chaotic. Oh, I hate these. I hate these turtles. Like, they look like condors, don't they? Like their little beaks. Look at that beak. That is definitely not a turtle beak. I have seen plenty of snapping turtles. Like alligator turtles. That beak is a condor beak. This is a bird. Like, have you ever watched the Jim Henson Dark Crystal movie? That's what I'm reminded of when I see these enemies. It doesn't look a thing like a turtle. Hachi, a octopus. Yeah, okay. I could see that. I could see... It has 2. 2 is pretty much 8, if you're not counting properly. Right? Yeah. And that's dead. Very good. Yes, they do look like the dudes from the Dark Crystal, right? That's what I'm saying. We can probably kill one of these, but we're gonna take some damage if we don't. Luckily we did, and I didn't have to do math. Because as far as academics go, math was my weak suit. Always vocab, always English. And I guess science, if you... Those are some big pants. There have been a lot of new items added to this mod pack since I last played. I've been mostly focusing on doing VODs for Lovecraftian indie itch.io horror games, right? I've been having a good time with those lately. But my computer just can't stream them for whatever reason. It does not play well for the Viado Minitube player. Maybe I just have too many presets on that. Like, I have Jekyll, I have Hyde, and I have Clown Hyde. And I might have one more that I haven't shown yet. I also have my old Hyde model. You haven't seen that yet, have you, Cam? No, I don't think you've seen that. If I kill these guys before I kill the badger boss, the honey badger here, he's gonna go into a rage, which is not good. But if I don't kill these other ones, I'm gonna get honeyed. And sticky honey is not a fun item. So I've got to be real careful here. Oh, now I did it. Now I did it. Look at him, I made him angry. That statue. You wanted more of those statues, right? The eerie ornaments. That is a huge key. 2 damage. I don't think we have found more than 2 keys this entire game. And we still have a burn synergy going on, so I think we're just going to keep it as it is. With this, we could actually... I think we're going to pivot and try to pivot towards a scratch build with our Hachimaki, after all. But maybe we want to take that key and sell that. But what can we get rid of? We don't actually need all the block we're taking. We can get rid of some of that. Hot coals we want. We can get rid of that because we're not doing too much damage with it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Switch to Clown Hide right now. Okay. Give me a second. I think that's, 3, 2... Oh, you know what? I don't actually have, Clown Hide on right now. Give me a second. I'll fix that up right now. See, I was trying to save, CPU space. Yeah, CPU space. I'm internet savvy. So I had my Hyde 2.5 up instead of my Hyde 2.5 Clown Jekyll up. Yeah. Yeah, okay. There we go. Clown Hide's up. Yeah, I think math gets a bad rap, okay? I don't think it's math itself that's bad. Like, science is just applied math, right? Oh, we got very lucky there with Crimson Energy. Legendary item? We should have sold that. I'm not thinking tonight. I was very much into science as well, you know? Science was, in a former life, what I went for, if you think. Well, you know, Edward Hyde, he's a chemist, right? Or, Henry Jekyll, if you want to go there. Henry Jekyll was a chemist. So it makes sense that I know a thing or two about chemistry, right? But let's say that most of my chemistry was... You want more of these eerie ornaments, don't you? I know you. You definitely do. We're gonna get rid of that. Yeah. We're gonna put this here. And we're gonna get rid of this helmet. Yeah. Yeah, it was mostly inorganic chemistry. That is a half-bun helmet. Totem accessory. Each turn, if there's an empty space above, creates a random totem. That's a garbage item, because all of the totems in this game are god-awful. Not good. Not ideal. Nothing good about it. So now our scratch does 5 damage each turn, which means it's doing almost as much as our Star's Cleaver, except it doesn't have burn. Huh. Well, I guess that's something to look into. But yeah, I studied, I don't want to say the meme, but, I'm something of a scientist myself, if you catch my drift. Yeah. Yeah. But it wasn't any kind of fun science. It was a very much boring science. Like, how many people actually enjoy studying crunchy arthropods that have been dead for, say, 300 million years? Throwing that out there as a hypothetical. You can read into that if you want, but, yeah. That's a new one. Magic brochure. Can be used one time each turn. So that's basically like another item, but it's only one per turn, and yet it's somehow the same rarity. That just seems stupid. That's a stupid item. It's not good. Not good at all. Kim, We don't say that word here in this stream. No, no. You see, I'm trying to be a clean PNG tuber, okay? And I really don't think you are, if I'm being honest with you. I think you're being a bit too harsh on yourself now. I think you're a lot smarter than you let on. And that's probably for a lot of reasons, right? It's easier to be underestimated. That's what my, well, that's what someone taught me. If you do poorly, then people will treat you better when you do well. So it's always better to be underestimated than it is to start off with high estimations. Oh, here we are again. Let's check the forge first. I am not dealing with that fight. There's just too much regeneration in that fight to deal with. Blocked armor. Let's see. Yeah, you said the nice version, that's fine. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm just saying, you know, maybe keep it clean if you're trying to, you know, get into a certain business or two. Corpo. I really do think that you are smarter than you let on, though. And I understand why. I would do the same thing. I don't blame you. We could do more damage with Scratch, couldn't we? Yeah, I think we could. We get rid of this cleaver. We realign these. And now our Scratch... Oh, those aren't weapons. That's fine. We'll still do... We'll still do more damage with Scratch. Although then again, we have a diamond. Diamond doesn't do anything for the living brick. We can get rid of the living brick. And we can do that. Yeah, like that. Now we're doing more damage. Nothing against you, Cam. I like you. You're good people. Yeah. Yeah. Can't say that to, anyone. Everyone. There are a lot of people who aren't such good people. And I understand you might not think you're good people. A lot of people don't. But people are too hard on themselves these days, you know? Things are difficult enough as it is. We're going for it. We're going for this fight. You see how much regeneration that is right off the bat? That is 40 points of regeneration per enemy. Yeah, 39. I rounded up. Math isn't my strong suit. We talked about that, right? So unless I kill this one at the same time, which we did, luckily, but we're still taking 6 poison, which is every turn. Ridiculous. This fight is a newbie killer. Golden Horseshoe. Did they nerf the clam anymore? Nope, nope, the clam is even worse than it used to be. 2 energy per combat. This item is absolute trash. Please fix, devs. Please fix. You like the frog dudes? I like the frogs. Well, you know, I have a soft spot for frogs. I'm not gonna get into that story. That would dox me. No, I'm not getting into that story. But I'll just say I have a soft spot for frogs. Frogs are great for environmental studies. Did you know that frogs respire through their skin? They literally exchange gas through their skin. And that's facilitated by not only the thin gas-permeable membrane of their skin, but by the mucus covering on their skins. It's fantastic stuff. And most people don't even consider it. But the reason that's important is because the fact that they breathe through their skin means that they intake toxins in the environment just as easily through their skin. The more frogs there are in a waterway, the healthier that waterway typically is. Fascinating, right? Probably not. I'm probably insane for thinking that. But that's fine, you know? I don't mind. I just think that, those kind of amphibious creatures, they don't get enough recognition, you know? I thought I was gonna do a scratch build here, but apparently I'm not. Apparently I'm not doing a scratch at all. So these brass rings are not doing much for me. I think we can kill him this turn, so that's what we're gonna do now. Yep, he's dead. We're gonna take some damage, but that's fine. He's gonna run away like a sissy coward. And there's nothing wrong with sissy cowards. Don't get me wrong. You know, Cam, I don't know what any of those words mean. Not a single one. I hope you don't mind, because... I'm gonna let you in on a secret, okay? I haven't really watched any kind of recent entertainment. Like, the last 10 years, I've just abstained from television, movies, books. I've pretty much reclused myself from the rest of the world. I think that could be pretty obvious from the fact that if you look at the Vinny Vineburu art that I posted, there was a period at which I stopped posting it. And I pretty much just reclused myself from the rest of the world at that point. For a period of close to, I want to say 9 years. I pretty much became a homeless... I don't want to say homeless. I wasn't homeless. But I let my hair grow, I let my beard grow. And, I pretty much just went out in the wild and did whatever I wanted. Okay? So that's when I got big into foraging and homebrew and pickling vegetables through lacto fermentation and sourdough. That was that part of my life, where I became a dirty hippie. But I didn't smell like patchouli. No, I hate patchouli. I did end up smelling a bit like granola, but that was convergent and coincidental. I just like the taste of granola, you know? There's nothing wrong with granola. Granola is great. I was not boinking animals. I was not boinking anything. Not that you really need to know that. I literally reclused myself like some kind of ascetic Buddhist is essentially what happened. And the fact that you have experienced doing something similar, that again just speaks to the extent of how similar ourselves might be at their core. Right? There is some kind of element of resonance where things are similar. Right? Yeah. But no, I've never boinked an animal. Although, fun story, in high school, one of my friends... You know what? I shouldn't tell that story. I'll tell you a different story. There was once, no, you know what? I can't tell that story either. No. No, sorry. No stories for you. Not today. Not today. Ah, that could actually be better. than 1 damage. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll switch this. No, Hyde had some pretty wild times, but it was never blinking animals. Alright, one story. So there was this one time, right? I was maybe a little too drunk. It was a Halloween party, as it were. And I was with friends, because yes, Hyde had friends at one point, before he became a homeless recluse, before he went full ascetic. Hyde had friends, and he was invited to parties. Sometimes he was invited to parties. And I maybe had, a little too much to drink, right? And by a little too much, I mean a red Solo cup full of vodka. And I don't know if you know how much fits into a red Solo cup full of anything, really. But it's definitely more than 8 ounces. There are those little red lines, right? And those are supposed to be measurement guides. And when you fill that up entirely to the little red line... Am I going to take more damage if I hit it? Yes, I would. So I guess we're just going to do this while that cricket chirps in the background. Thank you, Brother Cricket. That's a new item. Use deals 16 damage, adds 3 freeze. That is just overpowered. 8 damage per turn, 3 freeze, 2 freeze per enemy. Yeah, that is just overpowered. We're gonna put that... No, not the mochi maker. No, I did not, but I ended up dancing with a skeleton. Which is a much more interesting story, right? I think we're gonna have to get rid of some of these eerie ornaments, Cam. I do apologize, but I just can't fit them in. Like, look at this thing. It's massive. Just huge. But, what the heck was I saying? Right, the Solo cup of vodka. I was already pretty out of it by that point. We don't need this lucky horseshoe, do we? No, we don't. We're gonna get rid of that, too. And this is going there, and that's going there. Red Solo cup of vodka. This isn't gonna make a good clip, because it's all over the place. I already told you everything would be all over the place, though, didn't I? Oh, it's only... Oh, no, it's 2 energy. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That just means I have to scratch. You forgot your thumbnail. And now Gimli references. Does that look like... I don't mean to stop the story here, but I'm not the only one seeing what this looks like, am I? Like, you see this, like these 2 mound-shaped items in a kind of sack design. Am I the only one seeing that? Or maybe you're seeing something else here, Cam. I don't know. I'm not gonna cut out the story. I'm not gonna clip this. And it... Again, it really depends on what you want to clip, but I'm not going to clip this. This isn't the style of clip that I've had success with. This story about the red Solo cup of vodka and the animals and the blinking animals and the skeleton, it's so incoherent that it's not going to go anywhere. Right? Even if I cut it, it's not going anywhere. No one's gonna enjoy this. Fencing sword. We might want that. Ballistic shield. For each adjacent item, this gets +8 enemy damage to all enemies. How does that... That's just fantastic. Like, that does extra damage? Why wouldn't I want that? Absolutely, that's great. No, we want this here. So that we're getting maximum damage. Yeah, like that. 48 damage to all enemies. That does not seem right. Oh, it destroys adjacent items. I see. In that case, we don't want it. It's garbage. It does kind of look like a bizarre Pusheen. No, I really don't think it's gonna be one of those clip-worthy moments. Like, I've messed around with clips, especially shorts, for, I don't know, at least a couple weeks now, and it seems that all people want is to have this 10 to 22 seconds of brief controversy. Either noise or saying something that gets them engaged. Like, oh, you're a coward if you don't subscribe. Like, I had no idea that would do so well. Am I stalling from the story about the Red Solo Cup? Maybe a little. But it's not really an entertaining story, so I don't think you're missing out on much. You know? Oh, nice. First use this turn. No thanks. It's a swizzle stick? Cam, you probably know. And this doesn't mean anything, okay? I just mean because of your age, you probably know the other use of a swizzle stick. And that's fine, I'm not gonna judge you if you do. Solo Cup? I don't know anything about that, buddy. Clickbait, yeah. I hate clickbait too, but clickbait's your friend here, Cam. I hate to say it, but it really is. Can't be forged. I guess we're just gonna add rage on this until we can't anymore. Do we have any keys in the shop? Because that'd be nice if we had a key in the shop. We don't have a key in the shop. Can we get 8 extra coins? 3 rage is valuable in and of itself. 2 damage isn't. There are 8 extra coins. So that's an extra rage on our hammer. Definitely not Gimli. Am I ever going to tell the Solo Cup story? No. Probably not. You just got jebaited there. Yeah. How's that feel, Cam? I'm not gonna read that out, Cam. But, yeah, it does look like you know what a swizzle stick is. So, good on ya. Good on ya. Cam, I worry about you, buddy. I worry about you. Yeah, it is a shame, isn't it? Like, why do I have 4 energy? Oh, the mouse wood. Okay. You kind of have to trick viewers into watching your videos these days. That's actually a decent item, but no thanks. Yeah, you have to trick people. Like, they don't know what's good for them, you know? Slime hand. That actually has a really nice synergy with the coral. but I have a feeling I'm just gonna get cursed. Well, okay, I was very lucky. So now I can duplicate common items that I can potentially create. Okay, not bad. So, the red solo cup story, the cup of vodka. I was, let's say I was a lot younger. Like maybe too young even. Am I gonna scratch and I'll still take some damage? No thank you. The red solo cup story. I am just never going to tell this story, am I? I was a lot younger. It was a Halloween party. I dressed up as a zombie doctor, of all things, right? No, I don't want a shield. So I had fake blood on me. I did my makeup with a death wheel. Yeah, Hyde knows how to do makeup. I can contour and shit. I can do that. No worries, brother. No worries. I don't want that. I'm gonna give you some advice here, Cam. You don't actually have to clickbait. Okay? You can... It's not really clickbaiting, you can... parapet. It's just a worse brick. You can do what I like to call as subverting expectations, and I think you'd be pretty good at it. Why? Because you already have a lack of filter. You know what I mean? Subverting expectations is something like what I did today. You saw my recent short, right? Don't watch, don't subscribe, don't whatever. It's humorous because it's a subversion of the expectations of a YouTuber telling you to watch, subscribe, and do whatever else. That's why it's funny. And if you can do that, and I know you can, because you are a funnier person than I am, then you don't have to clickbait. You can just make it clickbait-y. You can play around with it, and you can turn the trope into something novel. You understand? I think that's where you would have strength. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna take some damage here. That is a good joke. Again, I am not going to, I'm not gonna repeat it. Just because I think you know why. But it is a good joke. I think we're probably gonna die on this fight. Yeah, we're probably gonna die on this fight. Well, that's fine. You'll just never know the ending of the story about the Red Solo Cup. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. We were doing so well. It's not a dirty joke, Cam. But neither was the Schmear and a Locks joke that you put out a bad one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a matter of, I don't think I can do it. Hey, we lived. I don't think that I can actually do it, because I like my channel too much. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Removing block would be probably better. But we'll take the block itself. It's nothing against you, no. No, I did not drink my pee. I ended up dancing with a dead opossum. That's the end of the story, okay? in case I don't have time to actually tell you the story, I ended up bloody with opossum blood. I didn't kill the thing. I just want to put that out there, okay? I did not kill the thing. And it looks like we're gonna be dying here. So the stream's probably going to be ending soon. But yeah, that's pretty much what it was. I ended up dancing with a dead opossum. I also danced with the skeleton. You do a lot of dancing when you're drunk off of a cup of vodka. You know? It's just one of those things. You drink a cup of vodka, you dance with the skeleton. You know? Me? Just me? No one else has had one of those nights? I'm sure we've all been there. We've all had a blackout moment. That was just mine, you know? It was this thick sword. Ice dagger. Well, lucky us. I think we might live for another combat. But we're really getting down to the wire here, especially with 7 poison on the line. There's no way. We are so dead, right? We are so dead. One of these is gonna kill us. Either the poison or the flame. That one's dead. Oh, that flame's gonna kill us, isn't it? The poison did not kill us. We live another day. Fantastic. Look, it isn't about how dirty the joke is. It's just how dated the joke is, okay? You have to be more careful, Cam. Each combat adds 3 dodge to self. Removes 50% of block on self. I don't think that's gonna work out for me. No, that's not good. I really enjoyed Mad Magazine when I was a kid. Especially the back covers, right? Adjacent weapons to the right get 50% bonus damage. 50% bonus damage. Half of 17 would be 8.5. 8.5? It's not good enough, really. I really like the back of the magazines, Mad Magazine, because, you know, we could probably get rid of some of these. But I don't see any items or forge upgrades that I actually want. Which is a shame. Get rid of that for sure. We don't need that. We probably don't need that anymore. In fact, we should really have some open space. What the heck is that? On use adds 2 poison to enemy. 0.5 per turn. Well, that's better than burn. Poison's always better than burn. Yeah, that's great. I didn't know he died, but that's a shame. And as for you never drinking alcohol, that is kind of ridiculous. Like, I was pretty straight edge as a kid. Right thunder glove. Creates a thunderbolt. No, that's not good. I was pretty straight edge as a kid. Alcohol was the only thing that I ever really touched until college. And then even in college, I didn't touch much else. We really want more regeneration, but we don't have a ring. We're just gonna have to go against the boss. But it's pretty insane for an adult man, I'm sorry, a person of your mental growth. Like, you're a tree, right? You have growth rings. Your growth should be... It's just a little ridiculous that you've never tried alcohol. Like, I get it. When I was younger, I never tried alcohol either. But then I grew up and, I had an ex in college who started brewing her own alcohol, and then that got me into brewing my own alcohol. And we're gonna die. There is no way we're gonna live past this fight. Yeah. It's a shame, because this was the boss fight. Put that there. It's gonna spread. Maybe we can out-poison him, but, I think we're gonna die here. I don't think there's anything we can do about it. Yeah. Looking at the math here, running the numbers, just not happening. You know, I'm not surprised that you, liked my art back in my Vine Brew days then. I still have some of the original Garbage Pail Kids cards, too. They were really inspiring pieces of art. Yeah, I really like those. I can't remember any off the top of my head. They all had puns for names, and I really appreciated the puns. I think puns are one of the highest forms of humor. Anyway, I'm still a clown. Like, I forgot I was a clown until I looked down at my screen here. I don't know if you realize this, I'm only streaming on one monitor, but I do have a mobile up, so I can read chat and whatnot. That's why I'm going silent every few seconds to read your comments, Cam. I think we're gonna call it here for a day, but this was a lot better than, well, one of the last streams where I was just trying to farm clips. And, yeah. Like I said earlier, if you have any questions about shorts, feel free to send me a message, and I'll get back to you. You don't even have to respond to the other message, okay? Actually, let's do Jekyll for now. I haven't shown much of Jekyll. Like, you know, one of the biggest things about being a PNGtuber, as opposed to a VTuber, is how easy it is to change the model. There's an advantage there. And I think if you're not using that advantage to your advantage, you're not capitalizing on that opportunity, you're kind of failing as a PNGtuber, right? You do it remarkably well with your shifts in expression. But what I have is shifts in, you know, Clown, Hyde, and Jekyll. That's what I have right now. I have one more, but it's not on this one. You asked me a question that I didn't reply to. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll look at it again. I haven't looked at my Twitter in a couple hours. Probably since I posted my last clip to Twitter. I saw that you liked that clip, which was nice. I appreciate that. And again, I will reiterate that the YouTube algorithm does not like people posting multiple videos per hour. That's a painful lesson. Yeah, I'm looking forward to October too. Like, I kind of pre-gamed this spooky month with all of my VODs. I've kind of tapped out of the Lovecraftian indie games that my computer can handle. But I'm sure that your model is going to look much cleaner. Maybe I can do Killer Clowns from Space kind of thing. I've been looking into clown horror games because I know a lot of people hate clowns. So I figured what better way for October than clowns? Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not thinking that you're ignoring me. Again, I don't want this to sound the wrong way, but I'm really not. There are no ulterior motives here, Cam. Okay? I think you're gonna do well as a streamer. I think you're gonna do well regardless. And I don't really think that you need to talk to me about anything. You know? You shouldn't feel obligated to. I'm not gonna change how I behave if you change how you behave. Okay? I'm a stoic like that. I can't control how others react. I can't control how the world treats me. I can only really react. I can only control my reactions. So I'm not going to change regardless of what you do. Do whatever you want, man. Do whatever you want. Yeah, I don't mind clowns either. I just find clowns very fascinating. Because they're a lot like Edward Hyde himself. You know what I mean? You put on makeup and you change into a completely different person. And that's kind of like VTubing too. Like, you put on this avatar, this persona, and your entire personal portrayal of yourself changes. It's like you adopt an entirely new identity through a mask. It's very fascinating stuff. And the other thing fascinating about clowns, I'm probably getting too much into this. I should have told more about the Solo Cup story, but I'm going to tell you more about clowns because you asked. The other fascinating thing about clowns is that people find them so polarizing in how they feel about them. Either they're funny or they're creepy. There are very few people who are neutral about clowns. Some people find them sad. I find them sad, you know? Like, how sad is your life that you're a clown? It's a... I want to be a jester. I do want to be a jester. That's what I want to do with my life, right? But I don't want to be a clown. There's a difference there. I want to make people laugh, but I want to do it in a clever way. I don't want to make a fool of myself unless it's clever. Yeah, clowns have good intentions. I'm not disparaging clowns. I'm just saying they're often the butt of their own jokes, whereas jesters make other people the butt of the joke, and they get away with it. There's a distinction there. Well, anyway, Cam, it was fun having you here this whole time, despite my stream not working out how I wanted to. Me not being able to play the indie game that I wanted to. But I really do have to be getting out, and these crickets are driving me insane. Can you hear them, Cam? Can you hear them? I've actually shifted my microphone away from the cricket corner, as I like to call it, where they seem to live underneath the well, it's underneath a lawnmower is where they live, it seems. Yeah. I'm sure you can hear them, but my cardioid mic pattern shouldn't be picking them up nearly as much today, because I've shifted my cardboard boxes so that my microphone points away from that corner. Yeah. Oh no, they're not in the game. No, you can see in the corner that I have that cricket PNG up. That's to emphasize the point that the crickets are with me in real life forever. And there is nothing I can do about it. I swear, I saw 2 of them crawl across the floor the other day. It was last night. There was a big one and a small one. And I don't know if, like, the big one was the female. That's typically how it works with arthropods. The big ones are the females. I really shouldn't have killed those huntsman spiders that I saw. Like those wolf spiders. There was a big wolf spider that I saw running across my floor a couple weeks ago, and I tried to capture it in a cup and take it outside, but I ended up squashing it. Sorry. I didn't want to kill it. It just happened. But those things, they hunt down their prey. They don't use webs or traps. They hunt them down. Like wolves. Fascinating creatures. Point is, the big wolf spiders are the females. Yeah. Yeah. I was trying to leave like 4 minutes ago, wasn't I? Yeah, I appreciate you being here this entire time, Cam. It was really interesting to have someone to actually talk to while I was streaming. It's never happened before. What are you talking about, Cam? You smeared one across your monitor earlier. You're not getting that one past me. I watched your clips. You gotta wear a hair shirt, buddy. Preferably made out of your own hair. That's how it works. Then you can flog yourself silly. Actually, don't do that, because flogging yourself has that, less than savory connotation to it. Yeah, it's like, shocking the monkey. You know that one? That's a Peter Gabriel one, isn't it? I feel old for mentioning that one. Oh, okay, so your clip was a lie. Cam, you talked about not wanting to be clickbaity, and here you are making lies. You're selling lies for your clips. How's that make you feel, Cam? Lying to your audience about your clips. How's that make you feel, Cam? How's that make you feel? Lying to your audience about smearing bugs across your screen. Probably better. I imagine better. I would feel better if I didn't kill a bug. If it was just my saliva on the screen. But then again, you know. Yeah, I've been there before. Totally. Totally. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I've totally been there before. Saliva thinking it's bugs. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Been there. Mm-hmm. Everyone has. Perfectly normal experience, Cam. Mm-hmm. 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 No, it's probably better. Now people won't complain that you killed something on stream. I think I have killed a bug on stream. Hmm. Hmm. Well, no one's gonna watch my streams anyway, so it's fine. Yeah? That's the one good thing about being such a small VTuber or PNGtuber. No one's gonna watch my streams. Do you like stream in a dark room? You have bugs on your screen all the time? I can only imagine they're attracted to the light because there is no other light. Or maybe you have sweet juices all over your monitor? Like, you spill soda on your monitor or something? I hope it's soda. I hope to God it's soda and not some kind of other polysaccharide that you could put into a jar and boil some kind of figurine on a radiator. That clip didn't go well for me. A tiny beetle. You know, I really like beetles. You know what, Cam? You got me monologuing. You got me talking about things I didn't want to talk about. You got me telling stories about solo cups. You really got me out of my element here today. And I appreciate that. Oh, tell me about it. Like, those crickets are not outside. The crickets you hear in my streams are literally down here with me. Like, I'm on the floor, sitting on the floor with cardboard boxes as my desk, because that's the only way I can do it with this microphone, because I have to shout into this microphone, right? So I'm down here on the floor, sitting on the floor with all these crickets crawling around me, and these wolf spiders crawling around the crickets. And they all crawled inside. Like, I kid you not, a couple weeks ago, I couldn't stream because my streaming area here, this little room, got infested with bees. Like honey bees. Not wasps. Not carpenter bees. Honey bees. I killed like 30 of them in one day. And then the next day was another 6. And the next day another 4. And I was seeing a bee a day for probably a week. I just couldn't stream. And now I have these crickets that I can't do anything about. These aren't the first 2 crickets. Like Brother Cricket 1 is long gone. He's gone. Dead. But this summer has been ridiculous. And I live, well, if you live where you say you live, or where I think you live, I live a bit south of you. And it has been a hot and humid summer. And the bugs are just ridiculous. I have seen so many lanternflies. Like, that's the #1 reason I couldn't forage for grapes today. I looked at the wild grapevines, infested with lanternflies. They were sucking the sap out of those vines. Okay. Now, I really do need to get going. I usually only stream for about an hour, because my potato can't handle much more than that. I appreciate you being here. I don't usually get to talk to anyone while I stream. You probably made me say a lot more than I wanted to. But I'm sure it was more interesting because of it. Thank you for being here, Cam. I gotta get going. Hyde out. Bye-bye.